So, I just saw Godzilla minus one, minus color. For those that don't know what that is, it's the Godzilla minus one film in black and white. It's playing in select theaters and only for a week, beginning January 26th, that's Friday today, and ending, well, it'll probably be Saturday when you see this, but ending February 1st. So if you want to go and you have the opportunity, don't wait too long. I mean, I live in a fairly small town and I really wanted to see this, but I didn't think I would have the chance. I mean, I already saw the color version twice, but the second I heard the announcement for this, I just wanted to see it so bad. And because this isn't just any Godzilla film, it's not one of the American films. It is, pretty much a remake of the 1954 original, and I say that in the best of ways. That film was obviously shot in black and white, and when I think of Godzilla, though I love him in many forms, I always think of him in black and white. And also, I really wanted to say that another reason I was excited for this was that one of my favorite movies that also received the black and white treatment. I'm talking about The Mist from 2007. And if you weren't aware, The Mist was originally supposed to be shot entirely in black and white, but the studio wouldn't allow it. They thought that it would affect ticket sales, and maybe they were right, but I think filmmakers should be allowed more creative control. So it was shot in color, and it's an amazing film, one of the best monster movies of all time. But when the 2-disc version of the DVD came out, it had a version of the film in black and white, and it's by far my favorite way to watch it. Considering the subject matter, it wasn't exactly a film with a massive budget. It's also from 2007, so some of the creatures, look just maybe a little bit dated, but in black and white, it just looks like a film that is aged way better. That, and it suits the film's, 1950s monster movie aesthetic. It's just perfect. And that is exactly how I feel about this black and white version of Godzilla minus one. It just works better, much better than I even expected. I mean, I wasn't even planning on doing this review. I figured it's the same film, I already reviewed it, and I'm not gonna, have anything to add. But I do, and this is definitely my preferred way to watch this film as of now. First of all, the storyline is set in, the 1940s, so black and white just makes sense. But I also thought that it made literally everything look more realistic, even Godzilla himself. And he is so much more fucking scary here. And I'm also gonna take the opportunity to add to my original review because obviously my opinion will be subject to change now that I've seen the movie 2 more times. I loved this just as much on my 3rd screening, and I'm so happy to say that, believe me. I already knew how this movie ends. I already knew every single outcome, and I still found myself feeling incredibly emotional during certain scenes. It still had that effect on me, and it kind of blew my mind. I almost broke into tears like at several points. Now, I want to tell you guys something that I've never told anyone. So because I'm your typical insecure dude, I would feel like an idiot bawling like a baby in a movie theater full of strangers. So for the last 20 years, I have this method for stopping myself from crying, and it works every time like a charm. Here's what I do. Have you ever seen that French film called Irreversible? Well, I have. Once. There's a scene, and it's practically at the beginning of the film, where one of the main characters beats one of the other main characters to death with a fire extinguisher. I mean, to death. One bash to the head at a time, over the course of minutes. To the point where the dude's head is just a pile of mush. And it's the most realistic scene of violence I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen anything in a movie that almost made me puke, and I've never been able to watch it again, which sucks because it is a great film. Oh, and it's arguably not even the most disturbing scene, and that's obviously saying a lot. Anyways, whenever I want to not cry, I just think of that scene, and it just zaps any emotion right out of me. Try it out sometime. You're welcome. So yeah, go see Godzilla minus one, minus color. My original 10 out of 10 score remains completely unchanged. And while you're at it, watch The Mist in black and white too. It fucking rules. Maybe don't watch Irreversible, unless you're already emotionally crippled like I am. Because I love you guys. Cheers.